Welcome back to the Social Experiment, episode 7. We have a special guest with us, Skate Damien Bolton the Great.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we gonna put my social out there too.
And the credit score.
Drop it down.
In case, I mean, you never know. People might know you by Skate. Other people might know you by Damien. I don't know. Maybe your coworkers that watch this might know you by Mr. Bolton. He's like, shut up. Stop saying that.
How did that come about? That name, Skate the Great. For IG.
Twitter.
Twitter?
was like, like kind of a matchy, like,
Okay.
like, well, skate go back farther than that because 98, my first job was at a skate shop. So I used to slang like roller skates, skateboards, all that. And one of my cousins was like, I'm gonna call you Skate. And I was like, that shit's whack as fuck. And then it just stuck. And then like even my mom calls me Skate now. But back to Twitter, it was just something that rhymes. So like Skate the Great.
Oh shit.
I'm not going to lie. I never asked you why your name's Skate because I've known you for, maybe 10 years now?
Longer.
Something like that, I would say. But I genuinely thought maybe you're just like a skater when you're...
I did skate in high school. And because my first job was in 9th grade, so I had the hookup on literally hookup boards, birdhouse, flip.
Really stuff.
This is early 2000s, right? Or something?
Late 90s into the
that's
2000s.
that's definitely when it was like at its highest, at least for birdhouse and hookups.
Yeah, because I used to just look at the catalog come in like every week, like new boards. So like, oh shit, Willie Santos got a new board, and then be like, Andrew Reynolds got a new board. Like,
damn,
Andrew Reynolds' boards are the best in my opinion, at least.
I liked his boards. His and like Willie Santos. Muska had like some cool boards.
Oh yeah, and so did Bucky.
Yeah,
Bucky also had some decent boards, but and then there was hookups, which was like totally different, but it was also like it almost looked wrong to see those boards.
Yeah, it's like super perverted.
Yeah,
but it's like you're never gonna see a nurse with like big ass tits like this.
Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah, it was like
fuck,
it was like inspired
so
by like Japanese like
anime
and all that, right?
Yeah.
Some
Still
weird
around.
shit though.
No, it's still around. It's like you said, like that raunchy anime, like busty women portrayed in like different outfits.
I mean, they're cool boards. I know they go for a lot now. At least all the older ones.
Yeah,
they're mad collectible.
All the t-shirts, all the old decks.
Yeah, even the birdhouse stuff. It's hard to come by. I remember I was trying to find some, and for a little minute I was like hunting it, and then I'm like, all right, you know what? This is a hobby I don't want to get into because it's already expensive.
Yeah.
So it started with skating, the name, right?
The name,
Working at a skate shop.
Skating, skate shop in Gardena. It was called Sporting Ideas. And I used to work with Wee Man.
Word.
Back then.
Oh, what?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
I used to work, Wee Man used to work at the skate shop too.
Damn.
So like before I worked there, he was working there. But I used to go buy my pogs from there. So I was like, one day I'm gonna work here, and I was like, all right, whatever.
I don't think the majority of people, at least that watch us or follow us, even know what pogs are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what
What the fuck is
You guys
pogs?
don't know what pogs are?
You never heard of pogs? Or
Never.
slammers?
I'm pretty young.
I don't even know how to explain them. They're like these little
It's like
circle.
It's bottle caps. So it's like a paper bottle cap, and then the slammer is like the metal thing. It's like literally like gambling, like for kids almost. So it's like because whatever you hit, like you set up like 5 or 10 pogs. Yeah. And you take the slammer and
the point was to flip it, and then whatever you flipped over, you would keep. It was like trading cards before. Well, not that trading cards didn't exist, but it was another form of trading cards. And yeah, like he said, you would like just play each other. You would slam your slammer, and whatever pogs flipped over, you would get.
Word.
That's pretty sick.
But that's like some throwback shit that I'm like, what the hell, pogs?
I was probably crawling when that came out. When that was in.
This was in the 90s, and like it was huge. It was popular. Like they held tournaments at Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh shit!
They had like big ring binders to put it in, like cases and tubes to take care of your slammers and pogs and stuff.
Wow.
I have to Google this.
You're like pogs and slammers.
but it's like it's literally like gambling, like for kids, because whatever you flipped over, like you keep it.
And it's POG, not PAWG. All right. So when you look it up, make sure you're looking up the right one.
Okay.
But yeah, that's they had 2 separate stores. So one store would be like the pogs, and like they did have like trading cards. Excuse me. They also had is a big Gardena is a big Japanese Hawaiian.
That's it right there.
Culture. Yeah, that's it.
See?
Nope, you looked up the PAWG now.
So
my history came out. My bad.
Let's see.
Fire.
Oh, okay. I think did you flip it with something or just?
Well, if you got down to the last one, you would, I guess, is it called Tillywink or something? Tilly, or you had to flip it over.
These are cool.
That's pretty badass.
Definitely a throwback. What was it like working with Wee Man?
It was my time with him was very short, but
Okay.
they used to always fuck with me because me and him were damn near like the same height at the time. So they was, of course, he's known by his Wee Man. They're like, oh, we're gonna call you P Man.
P-man.
But I think I was only maybe with him maybe like 6 months, and then I think he was out after that.
Oh, okay.
And I think he was skating and stuff. So I think I guess he's always been friends with the people like from Jackass and shit like that. So
what was it like when you seen him like in Jackass? Because
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a more of a.
He's in skate videos and stuff like that too.
But I mean, I feel like Jackass is where he really got his stardom. So
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
it like seeing him?
I'm like, oh shit, I fucking know him. Yeah. They're like, no, you don't. I'm like, yeah, he's working with that dude.
That's pretty
Fucking
badass.
hard, bro.
Wee man.
In that skate shop, were you already like into sneakers or
Yeah.
or did this come after?
Sneakers was 4th grade. That was 4th grade. This the job that I had there that solidified like me buying my own sneakers.
Fire.
So like all my money was like, and it was
Shoes.
That's
shoes,
what the job was for.
basically.
To
Yeah,
fund the sneakers.
fund the sneakers, fund the clothing, and Saturday night activities, whatever.
Fire.
So I mean that was back then. Skate Depot was out here, so we'd go skating over here.
Where?
The looks on your face like you've never heard of.
No,
Skate Depot.
that one I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah. It was a skating rink,
okay, like
like World on Wheels.
okay.
But you don't go to World on Wheels. We
No,
used to call it Death on Wheels, like because people was getting shot or dying over there.
Man.
So
Some ATL shit.
so like Skate Depot was like the more safer one to go to.
Where was that at?
Cerritos, like right across the street from Cerritos Mall.
Oh, okay.
I think what's over there right now, I think it's like a BJ's or something that's in that
Oh yeah,
plaza.
the plaza where
Oh yeah. I know where.
there's like a
BJ's.
Nordstrom rack or something like that.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it used to be right there. And Saturday nights it was like the younger crowd, so it was like under 18 for me.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was after that, it would be there, and then like 10, it let out like 10 o'clock, and then Saturday nights was Crenshaw night, so like we go cruise down Crenshaw.
Taking it back to 4th grade though.
Yes, that was my question.
What was that shoe that like you're just like, oh, I like this. This is
Yeah, first encounter of that sneaker, like, yo, I need it.
That just got you hooked from there.
Honestly, it goes back a little bit further than that. My mom bought me Jordan 4s, black cement 4s.
89?
89.
Black cement through.
No, black cement 4.
Black
Oh yeah,
89.
black cement.
Well,
Black cement 4.
you
Yeah.
call it bread.
Okay.
Originally, that was the
Yeah,
name.
that was the
Black
name on the
Cement
box.
four.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to break like some of the terminology.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Black cement 4. I was like, I think you mean 3s, bro.
some people.
I'm born in '96.
Oh,
So
oh shit.
yeah.
I think I got my.
Because I got my license in 96.
Nah, it was probably my first piece of pussy or something.
I was gonna say that. He probably lost his virginity at that. Okay, so it
You're
was
like, wait.
black cement
You're
4s.
like, who was she?
Mom, what the fuck?
Son, I have to tell you something.
No, but
Black cement 4s.
black cement
Black
4s.
cement 4s.
1989.
89. I do remember having those, but I have no like pictures or anything of that one, but I do remember having the the infrared 6s later on.
91.
Yeah.
They're right.
So
Oh yeah.
right
Well, those
there.
aren't
That's not
91s,
96,
but
but that's
that's
2001.
2001. Yeah, I was at a park in Gardena, like a rec park, and I walked in. I was a young kid, but I know like the older guys were playing basketball, and like they literally stopped playing basketball and came over and like looked at my shoes and was like, "Oh, he's got the new Jordans on."
Let's jump him.
You want to play?
I mean, but my shoes, I was a little kid, so it was like those little small. So I was like, "Oh, it ain't."
like, what size is those? My size.
Those 6Y.
So I do remember I had the infrareds, and then I used to play t-ball in the white, and maroon. I had the white and maroons also.
Oh, the maroon sixes.
Maroon sixes.
Oh yes.
They only did those that year, and then
so you were doing it before Jordan. You were
Yeah.
playing in Jordans.
My-
you were playing baseball in Jordans before Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bar. Clip that.
I had the yeah. I was playing. My first t-ball team was Cincinnati Reds, and then it went perfect like with the uniform. So it's like yeah.
That's fine.
But I would wear the sneakers like off the field. I mean, but like when it was time to like actually like play, then I put like I had like some Nike cleats or something like that.
From East Bay?
I think this had to be there used to be a store called I can't remember the name.
Was it like a mom and pop shop?
No. It was not Burlington's, but
Or Chalet?
Nah, I can't think of the name right now.
Big Five.
He's like, that's one.
No, Copeland Sports was the name of it.
That was my second guess, man.
But yeah, Copeland Sports.
So these are all shoes that, I'm assuming you're like mad young when you're getting them.
Yeah.
I'm assuming like vague memories. What was it like in 4th grade that you were? I guess you were just thinking like, I like shoes. I want to start collecting them. Like,
started like.
And was it Jordans or?
It was Jordans. I did have Dion's. I had I think Dion's first one, the Diamond Turf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it was that one.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah.
Deion Sanders.
Oh, fire.
It mostly was Jordans, but I used to get clowned for having like the new Jordans because they say they look like space shoes. Like like the designs was just so different. Like, oh, he's got those.
Oh, so you're just getting like the Jordans as they were coming out?
Yeah, whenever they came out, because like my grandmother used to spoil me, and like back then, like I had a small foot, and GS size was like $49.99 at Nordstrom's. So like my grandma would go pay her bill at Nordstrom's, and then like the kids sneaker section was right there where the guest services was.
Other little kids are like, nah, I don't want to go with you, grandma. You're like,
no, I was like,
I know what time it is.
I'm like, oh yeah, we going.
We going to Nordstrom? Grandma, it's the first. We have to go to Nordstrom.
You gotta go pay your bill.
Don't remind me, fucker.
So yeah, she used to take care of me.
Shout out Grandma Skate.
I didn't know Nordstrom's carried Jordans like that.
Neither did I.
Oh yeah, Nordstrom's was the spot to have. Like
even Nikes and all that, but
they
still do, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they still do.
Mm-hmm. It's just like a super low key, like you wouldn't expect it. Yeah. Nordstrom doesn't carry Jordans.
Not now.
So so I used to just come back to school like that Monday, or the next day or something.
Were you always a kid that like, I need to take care of my shoes, or were you just
I would. I mean, I had. My mom would be like, all right, this is going to be your play shoes. And then the newer one.
Should these stride rights are for you to go play with?
The crazy thing is like, I had Jordans. I had Nikes. I had Reeboks. But I also had XJ 9000, like bootleg, like Payless shoes too. I had LA Gears with the lights. I had
pumps.
I did have pump. I did have.
That was a little bit later though.
Reebok pumps are fire.
Right?
I had the D Browns with the pump on the basketball.
Yeah.
I had Magic Johnson used to have his own shoe.
He had a Converse, didn't he?
No, after Converse, he had something else. I think it was called Assist Assault or something like that.
I think I actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you have any Ewings?
I didn't have any Ewings. My older cousin did, but like.
You're like, I don't like those.
No, they weren't bad, but like I think like they were like jumping people like for the Ewings. Like it was a
shoe that was
like that was a shoe that like all right like
like Ewings, and if you had like a dope starter jacket back then, like
you're cooked.
Yeah, come out that
word.
And like and it was in LA it's they only wear like you wear the Kings, you wear like you didn't really see Dodger ones, but like Kings, Raiders, and
Raiders.
White Sox.
Yeah, like White Sox. Yeah. It's always the black and white jacket one. Like everybody was going after those.
It's pretty cool to hear it, what you're saying right now, just because usually like when you hear people telling their story about like, sneakers, it was more of, I would only get one a year or something like that. Whereas it sounds like your grandma and your mom like spoiled you with that.
My grandma did. My mom, my mom was like,
hey, listen.
My mom's like, yeah, like fuck.
We're leaving that up to your grandma.
Like every now and then, like she'll get me like sneakers here and there, but like she'll take care of me like Christmas or like my birthday or like Black people's real Christmas is when your parents get their tax returns, like in January, February, like that. She always just tell me like in Christmas, like, oh, I got you like later on, like
she gives you an IOU with the date.
It's to go back to school, like, oh wait till my mom get her tax.
She gives her tax returns, like, yeah, I just filed them.
Just wait on it.
wait, watch when we come back from break.
When your shoes are all dusty and crappy, I'm like, I'm gonna get you.
That's so fucking hard, bro. So, all right. So you go 4th grade. You're going Jordan, Nike. You're playing all this. I guess when was the time? Because from what I know you from, because this is the first time I'm meeting you, bro. And since I've been following you, like seeing you on Instagram and seeing all this, I feel like your niche is more, from what I see it from like an outside looking in, is more like dunks, SBs, and that nature. Even though you still rock everything else, but the way I see it's like dunk and SBs, I guess. When was that time where, I don't want to say the transition, but just the love for dunks and SBs started?
Dunks started like 98.
98.
Pro Bs and non-Pro
Bs. This was like just like the original like 99 retro releases of like the college college ones, like Syracuse, UNLVs, Iowa's, the all the college ones, like it was like a black and gray one.
They did that NYC collection where
that one I had never seen that one like at the Foot Lockers and stuff, but I had heard about him, but I had never seen him. Yeah, I didn't actually see that till like later on. But Foot Locker, they used to have all like the dunks back then. Like shout out to Grandma again, like going to the mall, and once I got like into high school, like of course my foot grew and I got to the men's sizes, and dunks were like pretty cheap. Like Jordans, like you get to the men's size of Jordans, like that transitions like to $150 instead of paying like $99 or $89 for like a GS size. So like that was a big difference. So I was like right in the middle from going from a boy's size to like a men's size, and it'd be a $70
jump.
Yeah. So like my mom was like, she's like, they had to break out the foot thing, like the measuring.
I remember that.
So they're like, oh, you're actually not even a GS size anymore. You're like in a men's
7.5, 8.
I was in a men's 6.5.
Oh,
so then it went from after 6 was considered a men.
Oh wow,
so
I didn't know
6.5 was a men and up. Started, so they had 6.5. So I was like, oh, I guess I get 6.5. He was like, oh, well, these are 150. My mom's like, oh hell no!
You better cut your toenails, boy. You gonna make these work.
She was like, go get him a 7 because his foot's still growing. So.
You're gonna go only wearing them with Triumph socks, the super thin ones.
So there wasn't no 7Y back then.
Nah, not yet. They switched that like later on, but it was after that it was after 6.5. After 6 was a men's 6.5.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So. But yeah, with the dunks, that's how I got introduced, like to like, oh, these are cool. Like, it's like a everyday like sneaker to wear. Mm-hmm. I remember my Syracuse was the very first one that I had got.
That was your first dunk?
That was my first dunk. My first dunk.
High or low?
High.
High.
Syracuse high. Yeah.
I think they only had them in high then.
Yeah, only high at that moment. And I mean, I remember the first 2 fits I had for that.
You're like, I already got it.
Because I went to school. Boy.
Drift out.
Yeah, so it was kind of like LA's weather was weird, so like I could still like get off shorts like in like November or something like that. Uh-huh. So I had these orange polo Hawaiian print, like they were swim trunks because it still had the lining and everything on it.
But I cut those out nowadays.
But the shorts, they had a white T-shirt with the same Hawaiian print that said polo, and it had a orange bucket hat.
Oh my god! I was like,
oh, I'm
about to go off.
Fuck him up.
I'm gonna be this Hawaiian guy in November.
Literally, I got like a summer fit Monday,
That's
like
so
8 a.m.
hard.
I'm out there, shorts, orange dunks, T-shirt, and a bucket hat.
Be honest, were you one of the kids that like you lined up your fit like the day before?
Yeah, yeah, could not sleep.
You would hang it on the door like, oh, what the fuck is up tomorrow?
I'm getting up early. I'm gonna eat my cereal early. I'm gonna get to the bus stop early.
Were you like adjusting your shirt so it's not even
don't even
putting the seatbelt on all loose?
Because I had to hit it with the heavy starch because it got to be creased up all day.
Don't touch me. Don't hug me.
We had the Niagara heavy starch big blue bottle. And I'm like,
bring it on.
Shirt was like stiff.
You take it off, sit it on the table, still sitting.
Yeah, that's how it was. The jeans used to have the crease with heavy starch.
That's fire.
Would you say that you're still like that? As in, not that you plan out your fits the day before, but that still carries on for you?
Yeah. I still
just because I remember you're like all over Outfit Grid went for a cool minute. It was always just like skate. I'm like, I know that picture. I'm like, it would pop up on an Explore page, and I would see. I'm like, that's skate.
I still try to do it, but it's just so time consuming now, and like trying to like record it, and I try to do it like all under one take, and it's very time consuming. So if I don't have nothing planned for the day, like I can do it.
I remember seeing your outfit grids a lot, like 2016, 17, right? That's when you were going crazy.
Yeah.
I probably got a couple saved in there, bro, from a long time ago.
I'm gonna save this.
You're like, I'm gonna replicate this one.
I think it was from the Union ones, and I think the reason I put yellow or mustard laces is you had mustard laces. Yeah, this one right here.
Oh yeah, it must have been with the Dodge. The Dodge.
This colorway.
Oh okay.
I think it was this, or
I have two good fits with that one, and I had like this bootleg Bart tee I found, and it was a bootleg Bart, and he looked like Jordan Duncan, and it's like you can't touch this. Okay, and it had like Nike Air, but it also had black and red, and it had the white and blue in it. Fire. And I had like this, I think it was like a Fear of God flannel and like some double RL jeans. That was that fit. Like,
I remember seeing like when I would tap it, I would obviously I still follow Outfit Grid, but I remember I would tap him skate. I was like, damn, this guy going crazy.
Had all the fits.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one for that one, and also the Mitchell and Ness Jackie Robinson jersey for that one too.
Going crazy.
Going back to dunks real quick. Obviously it's the early 2000s. Were you instantly gravitating towards Pro Bs and then SBs? And if you were, how were you even like catching wind of this? I know you worked at a skate shop prior, so skate shops weren't like something new to you, but
it was I think I can't say when I think it was probably like early Melrose days where I started noticing like different colors of dunks, and it was I didn't know, I just saw like different colors. I'm like, I never seen these dunks before.
Yeah, so, I didn't see them at Foot Locker.
Yeah, so but it was like early Sporty LA had like some dunks I had never seen, and then the old Brooklyn Projects location, like he had SBs, I'd never seen before. I was like, what's this weird box? They come in like a gray box. And then even when Undefeated first opened up on La Brea, so Stussy used to carry SBs too back then.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But this is like nobody really knew, but this is like still transitioning. Like everybody's like white Air Force One, white on white Air Force Ones, and throwbacks and like ridiculous oversized clothes. Like people weren't really like into like going out shopping like that.
Now it's a party theme.
Yeah. But they used to have the SBs just like sitting right there in the front, like for sale, like on sale.
At Stussy,
like
crazy.
All the silver box ones. Like,
is that when you hopped on it though, like silver box era?
Yeah, but not knowing what it was.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. As in, like, how were you finding out? It was just more so just walking around and
just just try getting out of this like city and just like trying to go shop and like see what else is out there, because all I knew was Inglewood Sports at the time. It still is a shoe store in Hawthorne, but it's called Jump. But they had like a retail at the time. But that's all I knew was just like the stores in the hood. So that's all I used to get my shoes. But then like
going out to La Brea or Fairfax.
Yeah, that was like later on. That was after high school though.
So it's the early 2000s.
This is like 2003, I think.
Silver box. And what was that first SB you kind of remember?
Or the first one you bought?
Yeah.
The first one I bought was a pink box one. I think it was could have been Stussy.
Damn.
Maybe. Honestly, I used to work at Lids in the early 2000s, and my coworker he came to work like I thought I knew dunks, and like he came in like wearing like Reese Forbes, the Hunter Forbes.
Oh shit!
And I was like, what the fuck?
What are those?
What the fuck are those? He's like, oh, these are he's like these SBs from like skater like Reese Forbes.
Yeah.
And I was like, where the fuck did you find those?
Is that the orange one?
Yeah, and it has like the Hunter,
the
like,
hemp, and the
looks almost like his pants.
Yeah, those are pretty fire. They crack though; they break over time, right? That material.
The hemp.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
It just like stays creased.
Yeah.
Okay. One more minute. Okay, that's pretty fire. So that was kind of like your first, or no?
No, your first SB was Stussy, or
Honestly, I don't know. I can't remember right.
But it was
now.
around that pink box.
But it was definitely around pink box. It was pink box for sure.
We're gonna run with Stussy because that's a fire ass.
Yeah,
SB.
Stussy is your first SB.
and that and that one I caught from Supreme. So like, cause we used to have to call.
Supreme New York.
Supreme. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
You used to have to call the stores to see, hey, did you get the dunk? Did you get the new dunks? But so yes, I had like this stack of cards.
Yeah.
Every single phone number.
Business
of
cards.
every store. Yeah.
Damn.
So
okay, we're gonna go on a quick little break, guys. We'll be right back.
So you had to go to Supreme to go buy your first one.
Yeah. We had like a stack of cards, like a business cards of all the stores, like Undefeated, Stussy, Union, Diamond, Hundreds.
Was Flight Club around at the time?
Flight Club was there,
04.
but even back then, it wasn't that bad yet. It wasn't like you would go to Flight Club too, but you didn't really have to call. You can go on the website and
I remember all those cards, by the way.
Yeah.
I have one. I have the Flight Club where it's like the basketball braille, and I forgot which one else, but I gotta bring them.
So you would keep all these business cards, so you guys would call to see if the shoe is available.
Yeah, and it was because back then there was no release dates, like as far as like on the SB side, there was no release dates. So whenever they got their shipment in, they were putting it out. So like every day or every other hour.
It's so crazy how like back then they couldn't really promote. Like, yo, this shoe is coming out like on the internet. This shoe is coming out.
We know
this
months
day.
and even a year before.
There's no social media.
I remember back in the day, I used to go to 23isback.com to get every single Jordan release. But you see, I ain't that young. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's go back to that. So you would keep your cards and then you would call in.
Just call, just like
you got it. You hit up Supreme and they're like, yo, we got them.
Yeah, but Supreme would like it'd be very rare for them to pick up the phone because they know like people are calling. So like if you got through, like
you're lucky.
Go.
Tell all your homies and get the fuck on there.
Go now.
Dog, getting through to Supreme was it was like winning the lotto. Honestly, I remember calling Supreme.
It's like breakout.
But you like, but it's like like you think about it now. Like I passed up on like so many box logos or like portrait tees. Like I wasn't really like paying attention to that. I'm here for the shoes. Like the clothing is cool. Yeah, whatever. But this is what I want because I was like I had the shoes, but I was still like in the white T-shirt kind of phase a little
jerseys.
Jerseys. So I was making that transition out. Like I gotta leave.
So you weren't touching Supreme at all, like as in gear.
No, not yet. No.
Damn.
Jeff was.
So thinking of that, you're just like now thinking of it, like you think like, damn, everything I could have had.
I honestly, I could have had more Supreme at the time, but honestly, Hundreds was like had the wave at the time. Hundreds and Diamond. They had Hundreds box like their logo tee. Like people were lining up for that.
The Atom Bomb.
True. They did have their moment.
And then
the one that said just the 100.
It just said the Hundreds, right? And then
the Hundreds
little
with
Atom
the bomb in the middle,
separating the two.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
And he would do like super dope colors, and like most of the colors end up matching like a SB or something that's out. So that's where like a lot of my clothing. And then he started doing collabs like with Garfield, and then like all these like other little.
At this point, Instagram still didn't exist. I'm assuming like MySpace or Facebook. It was probably around that era.
MySpace, yeah.
Were you heavy on there?
On MySpace?
Or Facebook,
all
whichever one.
Yeah, all the social
I asked
media,
because right now you have a mass following.
Yeah.
Was it the same thing since then? Did it transition over to IG or?
So probably, I think it was MySpace, but also Nike Talk also.
What year was that when you got into Nike Talk?
Nike Talk was
like early 2000s, like
early
to mid 2000s,
early 2000s. But like you said, the website just said earlier, the 23 is back.
Mm-hmm. That was my shit.
Before that, it was Air 23.
Oh, see, damn.
but it was Air 23. I think he got in trouble or something like that, or it turned to 23 is back because he came out of retirement, and he was and it was like
23 is back type shit. Yeah. Bro, I would stay on there. I remember. That was fire.
Yeah, it was definitely Nike Talk and MySpace too. But Nike Talk was like the one for like all sneaker information, like see what's going on all over. Like,
is that where you started kind of garnering your following, or at least where it started?
Yeah, like it was a forum like what'd you wear today. So like that's where like with the fit things and like people were just posting their outfits.
Yeah,
like,
the original what'd you wear today?
Yeah, that's like the OG for like what'd you wear.
Yeah.
When did it become a buy market at one point? Were you in that transition, or were people just posting what they wore?
So it was different forms to that. So like it was a pickup form, and then there was like a form where you like for the outfits that you wore. So you just have to go to the form like where people's pickups were for the month. So like people like as soon as a new month came, then like people were just like do like 30 pair of shoes. And, like,
was someone that you followed on there that is like I would say a big name at least, or a well-known name in the whole sneaker world right now that
Wale was on there. Wale used to be online. Dom Kennedy was on there.
Shout out Dom.
Ben Baller. DJ Homicide.
All right, Ben and Dom. I mean, these were guys that you met at Riff. Was it funny like seeing them talking to them at least on Nike Talk, and then
well, I know Dom because he used to work at he was working on the same mall as me for a little bit.
Oh shit!
He used to work at Up Against the Wall. I don't know if like
what the fuck? Hold on.
I don't think people would know that. Like
hold on. Time out. I hope that was cut.
Oh my god!
There was a store called Up Against the Wall.
Yeah, you never heard of Up
Bro?
No,
me and him literally troll because remember I was telling you we were supposed to open up. And like it's gonna be like some like homie like we on the gay version, just
we were supposed to open a shop together, and we would always think like, oh, what are we gonna call it? And just being funny, we're gonna call it Up Against the Wall.
Yeah, Up Against the Wall, or what's the other one?
Down for the Pound.
Like just some dumb funny shit. That's so funny that you just said that.
That's when you said Up Against the Wall. I'm like, wait, what?
Bro, please make sure you get that. The little like what?
Yeah, there was a store called Up Against the Wall.
What was it though?
Was it like a Metro Park in a way?
Yeah, almost. Yeah. So let me take it back a little
bit.
That's hard.
So yeah,
it was like demo probably.
So like demo. So I used to work at a store called Mr. Rags, which was almost like demo as well.
He's like, I used to work at Down for the Pound.
So I used to work at Lakewood Mall in my last year of high school, my senior year.
Mm-hmm. What year is this?
This is 2001.
2001.
I graduated 2001.
Okay.
So I worked there from 2000 to 2001. And so yeah, Mr. Rag. So we carried Aniche, Sean John,
Baby Fat.
Baby Fat for the girls, yeah.
Lot 29.
Fat Farm for us. No, we didn't fuck with that one.
Avrix.
But see, the thing about Mr. Rags is half of it was like street, and then the other half was like the rave crowd. So like we had Jinkos, we had like all the.
So it was kind of like demo.
Yeah,
in a way,
the beaded bracelets and stuff.
Yeah, we had like a section, like a case with all the little glow in the dark joints that anything you needed for the rave that night or something, like we had it. Like you come get your new glow in the dark earrings or
like
whatever.
A Hot Topic.
Yeah, we had like a little section like the tongue rings and piercings and all that. The Jinkos, the novelty tees, like the weird like the tees you would see like at Spencer's, like with like weird little saying. Like we had all that, but we also had like I said, the Rockaware, Academic,
Echo,
Echo,
Southpaw,
no Southpaw. They stayed away from South Pole, and I think they stayed away from like Pele.
Oh, what?
But it was in other stores. The Metro Park one, because before they were called Metro Park, I think they used to be called Salvatore. I think
I've heard that.
All those stores take me back for Metro Park, Demo. I mean, I didn't know yours, but I mean, it sounds like it was the same thing.
So Mr. Rags, Demo. I think you can only find Demo at Cerritos Mall.
I think that's the only one. Oh, and there's one in Montebello.
Okay, yeah. It wasn't one. It wasn't one in Lakewood. But it was a Mr. Rags in South Bay Gallery, and there was one in Lakewood, and I think a couple other stores like further out.
Torrance.
But then later on, there was a store that came. It was called Up Against the Wall, and they were this was LRG when LRG was huge.
A-Life.
I think they had a little bit of A-Life. But for sure, the Mesquite hand-painted T-shirts. There's another brand called Army. It was called Welcome to the Hood, but they always had they had guns and like bullets on their shirts, but it had a very positive message underneath the gun.
Yeah,
you couldn't even see it at that point.
They were the only ones who had like iceberg history back then.
I don't even know these. So honestly, I'm like, some of these you're hitting me with. I'm
keep
like
dropping gems.
Yeah, you never heard of iceberg?
No.
They had, J Money.
J Money.
You made that up.
No,
don't listen.
There's a brand I think out there. I think called J Money.
So iceberg history is like this is like early Jay-Z days. Like if you ever saw Jay-Z wearing like a Snoopy sweater, or like have you ever seen anybody wearing like a Bart Simpson like a cashmere sweater or like button ups,
like pullover.
Yeah, like expensive like cashmere. Yeah. This is an Italian brand, but their history part of their brand, they will only use like cartoon characters. Okay, but it'd be very classy. Like it
was called Iceberg.
Iceberg history.
Whoa.
So, but you'll see like
some fire stuff.
What is that? Popeye?
No.
That one might be a bootleg on that one. That might be a fake one.
Who is that?
I don't know who
Jay-Z.
that is. Is it Jay?
Yeah.
Hove.
Let me see that one.
He's like, I know Hove. Let me see.
Just don't go to my history.
They rocking some bootleg.
Might be.
Let me see. Swipe down and then just keep going. That way you can show like a reference to the camera or something. It says that Supreme did a collab with him. Iceberg.
Maybe.
It's on.
I know
on
this.
GOAT.
Oh, this is the Kith. I forgot Kith did the. There's a lot though, but there's if you see any of the ones like with Bart, well, they started with Bart, Bugs Bunny, they did Tom and Jerry, they did Snoopy, they did Scooby Doo, they did.
This was one of the brands that was carried at Dom Store. The store
up against the wall, yeah. But LRG, they did have the Lot 24
or Lot 29.
29, yeah.
They did the Looney Tune characters.
Wait, I remember that Lot 29.
Oh, this is it right here. He just confirmed.
Oh, that's Iceberg. Okay. Look up Lot 29. They did like the pants with like the graphic, like airbrush type of stuff.
Would you guys talk? Like you guys knew each other, or like would he come to your shop? You would go to his.
Yeah. So, Dom used to do.
So people know, this is Dom Kennedy, right? The artist.
Yeah, the artist.
Oh, that's sick.
Him and his boy, they used to do like custom sneakers. So I think it was called Crispy Clean back in the day, but they spell it with 2 Ks. And they would do like they would find like white on white dunks or something, and like they do like custom like different colors or paint jobs and stuff. But they would slang it out of like Up Against the Wall too. Oh shit! But he wasn't there like that long. Yeah. So like after that, I think he started focusing more on his music, and I think that's when he dropped like 25th Hour like after that, and like yeah, he used to
again another person like you seen Wee Man. I mean, you worked with Wee Man. You didn't work with Dom directly, but
you knew somebody in the area.
And another Tyga used to work there too.
What?
Oh yeah, Tyga's from the Valley, right?
No, Tyga's from like Gardena. Like he went to my high school, but he was he's a little bit younger. But yeah, he used to work at that same mall too.
Damn.
But he said Up Against the Wall as well. Up Against the Wall was like very like that was the store to be at.
That was the main. That was a cool store.
That was the store to be at because they had all the clothing brands. They had like. and LRG was like so hot.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the shipment came in, like people were on it.
LRG was the shit.
I remember the hoodies with the skulls.
Yeah, but it was people lined up for that Dead Serious hoodie.
They brought it back. It didn't hit the same.
Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah,
it was a place and time for that.
Yeah,
it was a moment thing.
Yeah, you had to be there, and I mean, of course, it was like a version of like the Bape, which they were already in Japan, already ahead of that.
And this is senior year, like where you're leaving or you're.
Senior year, up against the wall, Lakewood, and then after that, I ended up I worked at Macy's for a little bit because I wanted to get into fashion. I wanted to be a buyer for a company. That's what I really wanted to do.
Nice.
But I was good at merchandising, so like already like putting outfits together. So I used to put a lot of the outfits together for the displays,
like the mannequins and stuff, right?
Yeah, I used to do that for Mr. Rags. And they're like, damn, you're really good at this.
Polo would send over like a sheet, like, all right, put it like this. He's like, nah. Hawaiian shorts, Hawaiian bucket. They're like
Syracuse dunks.
They're like, it's November.
I was like, I mean, it's easy to put an outfit together. It's not hard.
Yeah.
But
you'd be surprised for a lot of
people.
people.
Some people do struggle with like I mean, if even if some people their colors, they can't match the colors right.
I would say Alfred Grid and honestly your collages of fits, that helps a lot of people, honestly.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. Like I said, I probably have like a few outfit grid like outfits like back in the day when I used to say like, damn, that's dope. I never knew. You know what I mean?
And the way the way you should shop is you don't have to buy like a whole fit at the moment. Like you piece things together like out of your collection. Like, I'll buy these jeans now, but I don't have nothing with it right now. But later on or something, I might have something already at home that can work with it. So that's mainly how you do it. But when I was at Mr. Rags, they're like, damn, like you should go to look into like schools, like see what I'm like, I didn't know you have to go to school for this shit.
Yeah, this shit came naturally.
So like they told me about that's when I first heard about Fitum.
I was gonna say Fitum
downtown. Yeah. So I set up like an interview for that. I did my first interview with them, and then they gave me like a couple assignments to do. And like I had to make a whole lookbook and like cut out some outfits like from like Source magazines, like Blaze magazine.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, so I had to like make little stuff. My second interview day was September 11th, 2001.
Oh damn!
That was my second like for me to turn in the work and see if I'm gonna be in the school.
Yeah.
So I get up early because this is also the day Jay-Z's dropping the Blueprint. And a young artist by the name of Fabulous is coming out with his first album too the same day. So like I gotta hurry up and get to Target to buy the album. So like I get up and like I just see my mom like in the front, like kind of like teary eyed. I'm like what's going on? Like she's like, you don't know what's going on? And like I turn and look at the TV and all I see is fucking plane like flying into the building. I was like, oh, shit, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean you're mad young, so you're like, what?
Yeah, I'm just like. I'm like, this is like some like real movie shit going on, and then downtown like shut down completely. Like all businesses were closed, nothing was open. So I was like, I got my interview and stuff. She was like, this is a telling from God. Like you don't need to go to expensive ass school anyway. I'm like, well, damn, why you didn't say that in the beginning?
Yeah.
So like I never went back like for the next interview for it.
So this is where your beef with Osama comes from. It stems from this.
Osama fucked up my fits.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
So after that, then I think
did you go still cop the album?
I had to wait, but I think like the next day, like I went and got it the next day, and then like I heard like, oh shit, like take over.
I'm mine.
We have a joke about not a joke about that, but he was 5 years old when that happened. Okay. So he says that he remembers like, oh, I was like seeing the TV and I started crying because I was seeing like my parents all sad and scared.
I was at school. I think I was at school, and then my parents had to go pick me up. And these fuckers always make fun of me because I'm the baby in the family. They're like, I'm ma. In Mexican culture, that's like when you crying for your mom.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys up.
Oh man.
I remember that, and then it's like a whole nother like crazy like something happened on the news. But I was in junior high like when the OJ trial was going on. Oh. And we literally stopped learning.
All the Bronco chase.
I've heard of that.
They pulled the TV out so we can watch the verdict.
Yeah,
if he was gonna be guilty or not.
Actually,
guilty.
on the show, they showed like different clips of it where like they were doing that.
Yeah, so like I'm like, we are not learning today. It's all about OJ right now.
You're like, shout out OJ.
Too, when they said like not guilty, like the classroom just went crazy. This is junior high school. Like we don't really, you're not really comprehending like why is he
the magnitude of it.
Yeah, like oh yeah, he didn't do that. It's like damn, he might later on like I think he really did kill these people.
Yeah. Who just had him?
What?
The Nauk boys. He just asked him recently.
OJ,
they're like, did you do it?
He's like, that's not something I'm gonna speak about.
I don't know.
That's fucking crazy.
Classroom
bro.
went crazy. Like
this is like late 90s.
Yeah, this had to be like 96, 97, maybe.
Oh, man.
Fuck, bro. I wasn't even thought of 97. I was a oopsie, if that. Damn, bro. So
I'll jump back to after Miss Rags, and I didn't end up going to that school. I went to work at Nordstrom's, and I was their Sean John specialist at the time. So I only worked in the Sean John section. So
yeah,
like,
all the sweatsuits. I bet.
Yeah,
everything.
All the
bomber jackets,
blue ones.
It was that baby blue one was the one that.
Bro, I'm young, but I used to always kick it around like older crowds.
Baby blue, gray lettering.
Yep.
If you had the Air Force
bro.
One,
the mids though.
Yeah,
the Air Force One mids with the unstrapped lace.
You're the freshest motherfucker.
And your strap better be
untied.
Stiff. It had to be stiff though.
Yeah.
You can't have a flimsy.
How did you keep your strap stiff?
Pause.
How did you keep it though? Because mine were always flimsy.
This is sounding all bad right now. But always like this is gonna sound even burst. Like, you gotta tuck it in, like right.
Yes, I remember that.
Tuck it.
Behind or inside.
Like in the side on the side.
So
right
when it was time to flex, you whip it out and it's no homo.
Hey, and you had a nice curve to it.
Yeah, you feel me? You had the arch, bro. What year was that?
This got to be 2002.
Okay,
I want to say
I was like 5, and I remember I had mids, and my sister, same person who bought me my first Jordan 5s, the black tongue that I was talking about last time, the 07.
Yeah,
no, not the
it was 07.
Yeah, she would always spoil me, and I remember the mids. She was like, "Look, you got it when you're done with them. You got to either tuck them in or strap them back in. When it's time to flex, you pop that thing out, and it just looks no homo."
I would strap it, but I wouldn't tuck it.
Oh, you were the kid that would walk around strapped?
No. When I wouldn't wear the shoe, I would strap it.
Yeah, that's what my sister said.
Eventually, it didn't work anymore.
Yeah, them bitches would.
It was a limp.
Motherfuckers would come this way. But yeah, bro, growing up, like I said, I'm young, but like I was telling the guys earlier, like I would always kick it with people that were just older than me. You know what I mean? I'm the baby in the family, but my brother is 5 years older. My sister is 8 years older, and then my oldest sister is 11, 12 years older. So when they were in high school, they were your era. You know what I mean? My sisters are born 85, 88. So I remember, them, especially my sister Veronica Vettel, the one that bought me the shoes, Sean John full fits. Her
your little 8-year-old running out the
my
Sean
little
John.
fat ass, bro, sweating with the full set on, just running. But
that fit,
that was the shit.
Because in the pants, it only had only the SJ.
Yeah,
on the pants,
in cursive embroidered.
Yeah,
yep.
And then across the chest.
Yeah, bro.
Fire.
I'm young, but I'm cultured.
Velour was in. Terry cloth was in. The sweatsuits, all the. If you had to have a matching sweatsuit was the move.
I remember the maroon, like the burgundy one. I remember my sister having that one.
Also with gray lettering.
Yep.
Damn.
That's throwback, man. You don't know nothing about that, man. You're too young.
I wasn't into suits.
Suits.
To suits.
Cheap suits.
Or what's it called? Sweatsuits.
He was into Huff. He
didn't
care.
I was a kid. I was wearing whatever my mom got me.
No, I just remember I wasn't really wearing it, but I remember my like I said, my older siblings always like wearing it. My sister was really good into fashion. She would scrunch up her jeans with the scrunchie, with the mids, she was all about that.
Now, during all this time, I'm assuming obviously you're collecting shoes. Like you said, you would buy something, and even if you didn't have something to wear with it, you're like, I'm gonna wear that later on.
Mm-hmm.
Were you reselling your shoes, or were you just like buying and holding? Just because, as long as I've known you, you sell stuff, but I don't really see stuff that's actually yours. It's either something you probably like picked up or whatever. But
it's just probably something I found like later on. But I mean, back then it was just all about myself. It was like whatever I can get and my size, and like before you know it, like you've accumulated so many shoes, and like I do have a picture that I took like with a disposable camera. Like I just laid out all my sneakers that I had, and I was like,
damn, that was the old Nike Talk picks.
I was like, damn, I got a lot of fucking sneakers.
Yeah.
And then like that was just the sneakers. Like I have Timberland boots were big too. So like I had like 7 or 8 different colored Tims, and that's what you wear. You wear the Tims like with the Fat Farm jeans, and if you had the knitted sweater to match the beanie or something like that, that was like a good time.
I remember I had some Tims, and it was like a fit that I wore to high school. It was Tims. It was a G Unit denim, and I had G Unit denim, and then I had a G Unit not tee. But I got it big enough where it was hiding the G Unit logo.
Oh, this guy.
But it was a G Unit tee with the big old rat in the middle, and it was crossed out.
Wow.
You had a dog tag chain.
I remember I had the K-Swiss units. I begged my mom to get them, and I don't know if it was.
Wait, wasn't it Reebok?
Reebok, yeah. I remember we went to 3H's in Long Beach, and they had them. I had both. They had a white and blue, white and red.
They go for money now, apparently.
And the game brought out the Hurricane 305s or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are these? Like, you should have stayed with Gina, bro.
Man, yeah, I had the G units. That was a college. That was college years on that one.
Did you have the Sean Carters, the Reeboks?
I didn't have the Jay-Z ones. No, I only the G unit. The G unit was a little bit easier to get. Didn't get the stock Carters at the time.
Fuck. So,
but you weren't moving. I guess you weren't selling stuff then, right? You were just like buying and
I was just accumulating for myself. It wasn't really that big of a resale like culture yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was, if people were selling something, then maybe you could pick up. But it was never like.
This is already like late 2000s though.
This is still like
or mid 2000s.
This is like 2000. I didn't get into it until I got to Lids, when I started working at Lids.
That's when you started going heavy into shoes?
Like as far as like reselling side.
Did the Tiffany release already?
And what were you doing at eBay?
No, I was selling in store. Oh. I was
wait, out of Lids?
Out of Lids.
You're reselling shoes out of Lids?
Out of Lids, yeah.
That's cool.
You know which hat will match with this? I actually got a size 9 in the trunk. Boom.
So it's funny you say that. So when I was working at Lids, so this is a different hat wave era. So back then it was NBA logos, it was double whammies, it was ink blots, it was flawless with the little logo on the side.
Pinwheels
were big. Pink fitted swinging because of Cameron.
Mm-hmm. That was a whole era.
I hated pinwheels.
Denim, like Usher had just dropped like his video, and he had on a denim ATO hat.
Yes, I remember seeing that.
People the next day, people were like
lined up
like, where's that hat? I'm like, we don't even have that.
Damn, so you always worked like at cool stores. Like obviously at the time when you were working at the clothing store, it was obviously everybody wanted that kind of clothing.
Yeah.
And then you're at Lids when the whole hat
was booming.
Yeah, when the whole hat game was
hats
at its highest.
Hats were insane, and then like a Game had just came out, and he was wearing like the Cincinnati Reds hat. So like everybody wants the Cincinnati Reds hat.
Bro, this takes me back to my childhood.
So then, but like, I being in LA, like what that hat stands for. It's like that. It's Cedar Block. So like
you're like you tripping, but here $32.99.
Yeah.
God bless you.
You got Liz discount card here. You get 20% off. But yeah, I knew like when people asked for certain hats, like this is where they're from. Yeah. So like 60s are wearing the Mariners hat. Hoover's wearing the Astro hats.
Would you act differently with them, or is you like?
Nah, I just knew what it was, and they just be like, "So, you got that? Need that size 7, okay?" It's like, yeah, we got it.
There you go.
But it'd be funny, like all these different hoods will come in the same store.
So you're untouchable. You're like, we can't mess with him. We got our hats from him.
Yeah. The gangs come in and buy the hats.
Break. All right, we're gonna take a quick little break. Sorry.
All right.
So the gangs would come in and buy their hood hat, but that Saturday would be like the Jordans would come out. So people pick up their Jordans or whatever downstairs, and automatically you want like a hat to match
it up.
Match it. So I was getting my shoes from downstairs too. So once I get the shoes, we used to have these clear cube cases of like the new hat for the week or whatever. So I would put the shoe in the case, and then every single hat that the store had that matched the shoe, I'm like, because I already knew that's what they were going to come upstairs asking about. It's like, what hat?
Were you the manager there, or how were you getting away with it?
I was assistant manager there.
Okay,
but this is when I do get into the SBs and I find out about, I find out about La Brea, all these sneaker stores. And then the only place to really get SBs where nobody was really on it was I had to drive all the way out to Brea to a store called Active.
Oh, damn.
So Active had all the SBs back then. And the manager there was like a pillhead. And a coworker who worked with me, he used to slang pills. So he would hook him up with pills. I had a little hookup at Costco, and I'd bring him like the big bottle of Hennessy or like Grey Goose or something. And just like, he used to hold us down like full size runs of SBs. Damn. So I had full sizes of high hairs. Go back to the pink box, I had a couple Avengers. I think
you had mentioned if the TIFF was out, right?
Yeah.
So that was around that time already.
So
high hairs is the blue one, right?
Yeah. White and baby blue.
Yeah.
I think you guys posted one the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Shout out to Skate.
We just drive down there because they used to have a dunk exchange in that same area back in the day.
Yeah.
And we would leave the dunk exchange in Fullerton and then drive to the Brea Active right there. And they had all the SBs, like older SBs right there, just chilling. Like,
damn.
So, whenever he got shipment in, he'll just hit me up. It's like, yo, come down, pick up what you want. So I had all these SBs in like Air Force Ones and like other spots and stuff. And I would keep all my inventory in the back of the store.
Of lids,
yeah.
Damn.
And my manager was cool with it. So like, he didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just like whatever shoe I had, I just put it in the display case, and people were like, "Yo, y'all selling these shoes?" Yeah, and I was like, "Nah, but
everything got a price."
But like, what size?
Yeah.
So like, I would flip it maybe like for like $250. I mean, I was getting it for like $79 or something back then.
That's sick, bro.
But I only wanted $250. So if I wasn't there and like one of my coworkers or my manager was there, I'm like, all I want is $250. If you can get more, if you get more of them, you just keep the rest. And it was like, bet, no problem.
So he had a consignment store at Lids before. That's hard. You heard it here first, y'all.
So the people were going to other Lids and was like, yo, why y'all don't have sneakers? the one in South Bay has sneakers. Why y'all don't? It's like, what are you talking about? We sell hats. Like nobody. So it got so high up to like my district manager called the store and was like, hey, we've been hearing that like you have sneakers in the store, like you're selling sneakers. I'm like, no, I'm not selling it. Like I just have it set up to
attract customers,
to merchandise
and
let
them know that we have hats to match these certain shoes. They're like, oh, that's a good idea.
Oh my God,
it's like, this is why your sales are so high. I was like, yeah, like we are pumping these hats.
My sales are high. Your guys' sales are high.
But the hats were moving. Like hats were that way, but hats was like a good time.
Damn, watch like Lid stores just start opening up.
They started adapting that
because of him.
This is before the Hat Club days.
Yeah, it was before. Yeah,
way before.
How would you say the
diamond? I did have I had 7 pair of diamonds later on, because my first pair that I camped out at Brooklyn Projects, and I don't know if you ever saw Nick's documentary about the history of the Diamond SPs.
I did not.
I'm on his original footage from when he went around
for the camp out.
Yeah, so that's how I ended up getting the pink canaries. I mean the yellow.
Oh, the yellow canaries.
Yeah, and because I was all on the film, because he went to Brooklyn Projects and then he went to Undefeated, and that's where we were camped out at.
So they got you on footage of you sitting down in your lawn chair just chilling.
Yeah.
That's so hard.
So like, but I was already following like Nicky. Like I've known him for a while, but he didn't like click. It didn't click. It's like, anybody know who this is? And like I was at like a brewery or something chilling, and like people just kept tagging me on something. I looked, and I was like, damn, that's me. I think that's me. And I had on a Pirates hat, and I knew it was me because it was not my size. It was like, it was so big. But Shine
cover your ears.
Shine was like, and like the New York look was in like a big baggy hat that comes like right down here.
Yep,
it was in. So like, I'm like, that's me. And I remember that Pirates hat, and I wore the shoes I had on that day because we got shot at that night. We were not like a real gun. It was like somebody came by to drive by with a paintball.
Oh fuck!
They shot up the line.
The line, yeah.
Just like people
petty shit.
Yeah, just like people just rolling up and down, like
assholes.
It was him.
They came through. They shot it up though, like it splattered like on the back, like right by my head, and like it blew up like right on the side of it messed up my hat.
So gallery department got the idea from you. That's what you're saying. Damn, Skate is a pioneer, man.
But I ended up getting like 7 pair of diamonds from Brea, and I had the diamonds in lids. I resold a couple pair of those. Damn. Cheap too.
What'd you sell them for, if you don't mind me asking?
They were like
$200,
250, 300. This is a story that I regret doing this trade, but I traded the first diamond SBs for a Halloween Air Force One.
Wait, which one? Like the
patent leather?
The patent leather joints?
It was a two-tone one. Yeah.
Two-tone?
So it was an orange in the front,
orange and black
in the back. Yeah. But I had never seen the shoe before, and it was Gray One in Pasadena was the only one that had the shoe.
Nobody knows what Gray One is, I bet.
Yeah, this is a long time ago. You ever heard of Soul Assassins?
I heard of Soul Assassins.
That rings a bell, but no.
Yeah, there were Gray One and Soul Assassins, like the OG spot.
You just answered one of my other questions.
Yeah.
Damn.
Going back to regretting though, what's the shoe from 4th grade to now that you got rid of that like haunts you? Like that one shoe that you're like, damn.
It probably is that one.
That?
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you have one in your collection now.
That
a Tiff?
A Tiffany.
Oh yeah.
So what's a shoe that you got rid of that you haven't gotten back?
I probably wish I wouldn't have sold that stupid Trail Brown SB.
Oh, the SB that Travis wore,
yeah.
and then it's
I think I sold that shoe for like $50.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't going for anything.
It wasn't like, and nobody wouldn't take it.
Yeah, and then they threw pink laces on it, and they're like, "Oh, that's a Travis shoe."
Yeah.
But that's it. That's the
that. I mean, I think that's.
I mean, you've touched so many shoes that
yeah.
I feel like none of them really.
That I just regret that trade. That's the only thing I feel like hurts a little bit.
All right, what's a shoe that you never had that you still want to this day?
Wait, let me back it up. I do have one more regret.
Let's hear it.
Hold on, let us guess. Is it a Nike shoe?
It is a Nike shoe.
I'm gonna say
the Dunk.
I was gonna say that. Or I'm gonna say like a Paris.
Nah, I never had that one. But
the what? Nah. I'm gonna say it's a Nike shoe, right?
It's a Jordan.
Oh.
You won't get it. You're not gonna. It's
Jordan Brand Classic one.
It's the original Jordan 85 in white and natural gray.
I was gonna say 85 Chicago, but I was like,
the neutral gray. It came in the Riff.
You picked it up.
I picked it up for $400, but I bought it for the homie who was in San Francisco, and it was my size too. But like I wasn't really tripping about it. I was like, yeah, I will grab it for you. And then I regret it to this day. He actually
I should have never shipped this to you.
Yeah, he just did a YouTube recently and told me like to watch it, and like he tagged me in it and told me about it. But he did the comparison because he has a very big OG Jordan 1 collection, and he needed that for his collection. But I just didn't have that mindset at the moment where it's just white and gray. Like I don't need it. Yeah. But like I wish I would have held on and kept it that one.
Okay, so what is a shoe that you acquired, I guess, for cheap that now you have still in your collection or that you sold? I guess what's your biggest flip that you've ever done or that you could potentially do? A shoe that you acquired for probably like $100, like an SB that's now worth like $4,000. You know what
I mean? I think probably the shoe that's probably can go for a lot right now is probably the Rust Pink Jordan 1s.
And what did you acquire that for?
I had paid a lot for that at the moment. It was like $700.
You know what those are?
Yeah. Come on, bro.
That's the Miami Art Basel?
Yeah.
Yeah, did it the mint one and the pink one.
Yeah.
The Igloo and the Rust Pink.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got those
I got that one from, was it round 2?
I think it was around 2 because
around
I was already there when
$700
those came out.
Yeah.
700's a lot, but not compared to what it was going for.
What it hits for now?
Yeah, I think it's like 7,000 or 8,000.
Honestly, it's like I think it's a seller's market for that shoe. It's like whatever someone wants to sell it because they don't really pop up.
We sold one at Breakout probably like 2 years ago?
Like a pre-owned one, and it was
pre-owned, bro, for like 2,800. But like 20. I'm talking about like pre-owned.
Yeah.
Clean.
2,800, like I think it was like 35, but they ended up taking 3,000 for it. I forgot what it was.
Something high.
So what's a shoe that you don't have that you've that you've never had that you actually want?
I do.
Price aside, like
I do want the denim Forb, the
SB?
denim Beast Forb. Yeah,
The SB.
Yeah, I do.
I got
hit up Dre.
Huh?
Hit up Dre.
I've never been to Project Blitz, bro.
Me either.
I can't go in there.
That's my dog.
That's my boy too. Like I've been in Japan with him and everything, but like he gets mad at me. Like I have not been to the store, but like, I can't walk in there because I know
you're gonna go crazy.
I'm gonna go crazy, and he's not gonna hook you up. He's not hooking you.
He sells for the high.
Yo, we're homies, but this is business.
Yeah, like this is the business. I like, and I want to keep our relationship good, and like, I like our relationship the way it is. But I can't go in there.
He should be coming on the pod soon.
I do need to be there and like and look at everything, but like I don't.
But that's the shoe that I'm
gonna leave my wallet, and everything in the car. Yeah.
People like, I know where you live.
He's like, I'll bill you later.
Yeah. That's a shoe though that you've never had that you.
Yeah.
I got a homie, Omar Sanchez. Shout out to him. He's from Long Beach. He had like 5 pairs. He's really big in the SB scene in Long Beach.
Denim Forbes?
Yeah. He has like 4 or 5. He has like gray pigeons. He has, you know what I mean? He has a good amount. So at one point, Skate, I feel like this is like a question that everyone kind of wants to know. Either right now or at one point, what was the quantity of sneakers that you own?
Good, because our cameraman actually asked me yesterday. He's like, does he work at a sneaker store? I'm like, no. I'm like, because he posted a picture of his sneaker, or at least one wall.
It looks like a stock room.
Yeah, and he's like, it looks like a stock room. I'm like, that's just his collection. That's a room.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure you've like filtered through the years. But at what point were you like, holy shit? Like, let me just count, or like in a head guess. What was that number?
I think I'm like, got to be like in the 600s. I believe. I think
currently,
wow. Yeah.
Holy shit! And we're not talking
what was
about
your address again.
No, and we're not talking about no regular shit. Like you got like nostalgia, you got like old school, you got new school, and you got a lot of like the in between stuff where it might not be valued so much, but I mean to you, you know what I mean. It's dope shit that you probably won't even find. You know what I'm saying?
I still have my OG 9s from 4th grade. Still.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
the UNC 9s. It's not. It's so yellow. The powder blue.
Yeah.
You know how a shoe yellows?
Yeah.
So what do you get blue with yellow? Green.
So no way.
So the midsole is green right now.
That's so
Is that your oldest shoe that you've had since?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a shoe there's a shoe that I will never sell. It's the Cork LeBron.
Okay.
Because that's like my most expensive purchase, bro. That just
not that he hasn't tried.
No, I still have it.
I had to let that one go because like the cork starts peeling off of it.
Mine is. I haven't checked mine. But that was my
run
first.
upstairs like, babe.
What do you wear them or you just
no? That was my first. No,
He
never. I outgrew them. I bought that shoe when I was like a sophomore. I was a 10. I'm a size 12 now.
I love LeBron 10s. Like that's one of the dope LeBrons. But like after a while, you keep wearing like little pieces of the cork
start coming off.
It's like a receding hairline. Like this. It's just a little,
Tell me about it.
I'm
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going there.
Oh, my shit's shining. Like
you bald?
I'm bald.
Oh, word.
That's why. Once
fully committed.
When the barber starts lining it up back here, like you gotta shave it.
I don't think I'm that bad.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I got the horse.
That's spray on.
Let me shower and I'll show you.
All right. So what mine like got real bad. It started looking like the Speed Racer Mach 5 in the front. Like it was like a. I had a crazy like Vegeta Dragon Ball.
Oh shit!
Like,
he had the.
I never met him with hair, but
fire.
I can't imagine him with hair. He's posted throwbacks before. I'm just like,
I was scrolling on Instagram today. Yeah,
I'm like, that's not my skate. I'm like, I don't know that skate.
High school slept with a do rag on. I was in class like.
Yes or no? Did you used to do like wave challenges?
I didn't know.
There was a picture on your Instagram where you're like, "In the winter is," and you had a screenshot of somebody's waves.
Oh, it was somebody else. I was.
Oh, okay.
I had like it was like for Halloween or something. I had bought like I had like a box of not for Halloween. I was buying so many wave caps. I had found like some dead stock ones I had just from when I had hair
from your lids days.
Yeah. So then I was just like, I'm like, who got dippers right now? Who got I'll send you these vintage do rags still in the back.
Did you guys ever wear do rags? Be honest.
I did.
I didn't.
I was in a June era. I used to wear the white one with the black one over.
But I only wore it where I knew I was not gonna run it. Like I was not gonna run into anybody that I shouldn't be wearing a do-rag. Like I would go to Mexico a lot when I was a kid, and I'd put on do-rags, and I'd get like my brother's hats. I'd be like,
I used to go to the Puerto Rican festival in Long Beach, and they have that one like kind of looks like a do-rag, but it's not. I don't think it's the do-rag, but Puerto Ricans wear it like that. It's like a really short one, like this. Fuck it, I'm wearing this.
That boy Puerto Rican.
Oh man! All right, man. Let's talk about some of the stuff.
Yeah, you brought a bag.
Yeah.
With Jordan 17 cases in it.
It looks like you have fucking Iron Man's armor in there.
You want to pull it out, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Pause. Whip out your strap, bro. Your mid strap.
Pull out my Air Force One strap.
And by the way, we're drinking beer today because we'll get into that later. Well, we're almost out of time, but my guy Skate enjoys beer.
We're gonna have to do a part 2.
Definitely.
I'll be fire.
All right. It literally looks like Iron Man's suits in here.
So
fucking wee man.
So,
He's like,
of course you think these are 17s.
I wasn't wrong when you guys tell me, because I'm the youngin' here. They're like, oh, so what is that? I'm
this would be perfect. So there's 4 of them. Each one of you guys.
I feel like what's that game show where you pick a suitcase?
I'm gonna be real careful with it. I'm like, whoa.
I seen him post them on his Instagram.
What's that game show where you pick a suitcase and then it has a number in it?
Jeopardy? No, not Jeopardy. No. And like if you win like 500
yeah.
bucks. Okay.
All right.
You go first.
I'll go. So these are 85s Royals.
Where do those originate from when you picked them up?
So I picked this pair up in Japan, one of my trips to Japan, at a secondhand shop for $200.
Wow. Whoa. Those look insane.
What year was that?
This was it had to be my 2018 trip.
Oh man.
For how much?
$200.
I went that year, 2018, but I went in November.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Can I see
but
him? Can I see him again?
I will. I personally think that Sean had a big influence in these shoes going up. And by these shoes, I mean 85s in general. Just because
these, and I feel like 94s as well.
Yeah, just because there was a lot of people that had them.
Son crunchy.
But
the gallery was amazing.
Yeah, like, and by Sean I mean Sean Witherspoon. When we opened up the gallery, I didn't realize how many pairs we had. Like I would see them in the back and up on the rack.
Vintage, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I was trying to smell that vintage. And then when we opened up the
gallery, I was just like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "We have a shit ton."
I just smell like 20 people's feet.
You mind if I see that?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go next.
What size is this?
Or you go next? Because you already peaked.
That's my size.
That's a 9.
He tells you just like he would tell the dudes at the basket. It's my size.
My size.
All right, you go next. You already cheated. You already opened it. I think I already seen it.
With? Which one? We'll pick it up.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's on you. All right, man. Damn.
I'm assuming. Let me see. They're gonna be. Nope. I didn't guess it.
So Skate, we get to keep these. He brought us a gift each. Nah. Damn. This is the OG metallic pack.
Metallics.
Was this the OG colorway or one of the OGs?
Yeah, that's the OG navy.
They haven't done it right since.
Damn. Yeah, that metallic purple they just came out with shit.
Well, any of the metallic retros that they've done. I mean, I don't know if you're a fan of them. I personally wasn't.
I'm not mad at them.
Holy, do not touch the swoosh.
That's the original cream lace right there.
That is so hard, bro.
You got this in Japan as well?
So yeah, that came from Japan. That was my 2019 trip.
How much?
That one was Osaka. I had to go to Osaka for that one.
You already knew they had it.
No, I didn't know. I knew they were going to have OGs at that store. But I didn't know what.
Don't say the store. I want to go.
It wasn't warm, right? There's a lot of stores out there that just carry a variety of.
That is. I'll tell you the name. It's called Skit. I'm sure you probably heard of it.
I've heard of Skit.
For sure, prices have gone up since.
Yeah, so that was before the pandemic, before the documentary dropped.
Who was that guy on IG who had he has all the OG like ones? I forgot his name, Ryan or something Hunter. I gotta look him up. He has some crazy shit.
Ryan Hunter, the guy who's be posting like SBs. He's like Travis's plug or something, right?
Not sure. I know my boy who did the YouTube. He's got every single OG.
And that's a 9
Ryan
as well?
Cooper?
That's Ryan Cooper. There you go.
Oh, I'm like Ryan Hunter.
Yeah,
Ryan Cooper.
All right, I'm next. Hopefully these are size 12.
It's a beautiful pair.
I'm still tripping on these. These look insane.
I got the best
The
ones.
color's so good on these.
I think I got the best ones. All right,
You got 17s?
This fire.
I got a LeBron cork. Okay, so where did you get these from?
Oh, that was Michael Jordan's pair.
So the bread pair came from Riff on that pair. $300.
$300.
$300. I think I had store credit too. I think I used some of the store credit I had. I don't even think I had to come out of pocket for that one. But
what did these go for?
What year
now,
was that?
For the people that don't know?
That had to be like 2016, I think.
Okay, I wasn't there anymore.
I mean, OGs. I mean, you could price it. I mean, people are pricing like 5,000.
Honestly,
10,000.
we were talking about it before we started. I'm surprised Jeff let you keep that. And by talking about it, as in like Jeff doesn't let anything go. At least anything cool like that.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I don't think he really cared. Or maybe I caught it like when he was not there.
Or he probably just, I'm like, I already got 20 of these.
But that's when that was like the days when I was hanging out there like all day, every day, just seeing what comes in. And
good times.
I think as soon as it came in, I was like,
I got dibs.
Yeah, that's me. You're like, that's me.
Yeah.
Damn. These are crazy, bro.
Those are fire.
Yeah, for free. I used to show like a couple times with Chick-fil-A, like a big ass party tray.
I would be working and then I would just see
my homegirl was like the owner operator for the Chick-fil-A by USC. So I was like, yo, coming through. So like she come through, like big tray, couple gallons of the sweet tea, and I just show up to Riff.
I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Let me see what you got. I bet you mine's better.
I got something you don't have.
I'm going to say either Chicago or I'm going to say either...
For sure, Chicago.
It's going to be a Jordan. It has to be the Chicago. Nope. Okay, so it's going to be the Shadow. What year did Shadow come out?
I'm going to just tell you.
What
is
it?
It's the Yeezy one that Ye wore for the Grammys.
Shut the fuck up.
That'll be fire.
Nope, it is a Chicago.
Damn.
Chicago.
Skate
It's a lost and found. He just put a lost and found in here.
Yo, Skate came correct, bro. Holy shit.
You threw me off. When I seen these cases, I was like...
You got us each a gift, bro. You shouldn't have, bro. Thank you.
So the funny thing is why it's all these cases is the funny thing that was happening as soon as I found a case when I was like at random flea market, Rose Bowl or something, I would end up finding a OG.
You had the opportunity to purchase one, so you're like, it has to be.
So that one I had already owned, but like as soon as I within days of finding a case, just a random case, boom, I had an opportunity to buy. I think that one, this one came from the Chicago came from Tokyo as well, but it was one of the resellers over there. So as soon as he posted, I was like, oh,
I need it. Is it what's his name? It starts with a J.
Nah, this one he doesn't post as much. His name is Dogfoot.
Okay.
Oh, we were just talking about that yesterday.
Yeah. Dogfoot. So he's like, but he hangs out. They're all crew. They all hang out together.
They're our buddies.
How do you obviously like this is all these are untouchable, but how do you feel about the lost and found and then like? Actually, you don't have it, right?
I don't.
We're talking about it.
Don't have a lost and found.
But we got so many. Pull up to the store. I got you. I'll take this into trades.
You know what it looks like.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
It's dope. I like the concept behind it.
Seeing an 85 and then obviously like seeing a lost and found today earlier today. It's
not far.
I still feel like they did it justice.
Yeah.
For what they were going for.
We've seen a 94 on foot and we compared it. Remember at the shop with the
homie. Yep. Phil.
Like, whoa, it's not far apart.
I like it. The idea, the concept, it's dope.
You want to see more from that?
They're saying they're gonna bring those out this year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't want to.
And Black Toe.
I mean, who knows what it is if they're gonna do like the same like a lost and found like that, or when they say a reimagined project, it could be something different. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the threes look good too.
Fuck yeah, the threes are good.
I have a question for you that I've wanted to ask you even before this pod. How do you feel, or like, do you actually feel like you influenced Jordan Brand into retroing certain shoes? I say that because there is a reason why Ginger 17, Ginger 14s are out, Laney 14s.
I mean,
I don't believe in coincidences, personally. Me, I really don't.
I know they watch. They have a whole team dedicated to social media and seeing what's posted and everything. But I mean,
Do you think you have influence in those?
I mean, I feel like I do, but I mean,
I would say yes.
But I mean,
I personally do think because they do watch.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the app a couple times I've done interviews with them for like the dunks for like before like all the co-JP's dunks started dropping. Yeah, like they were at my house like looking at all my co-JP's.
Whoa.
How long before? Like when did they do that? And then
so I think when I did that interview, like I think the first one that was dropping was a Plum Low. I think it was the retro, the Plum Low.
How long after?
After when it came out?
No, that interview. Oh. Or it was already in the works. That it was
already in the works.
Okay.
I think, but the one I was holding in the interview was ceramics. They were saying they weren't going to do a ceramic.
Orange Cave. Yeah. You have those?
That's the one with the yellow check.
And if you have them, I need you to wear them so that Nike can see it and then bring it out.
I don't have that one.
That's great. That was gonna be one of my questions. Like,
wait, ceramic dunks?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fuck.
If he has orange caves?
No. I don't even know what those are. But what I'm saying is, do you feel like you have any influence in any, like, even Nike or Jordan brand? Because you have a huge following, and I feel like you're just like one of those pioneers in the space. But you kind of answered it right there.
I mean, I feel like I do, but I'm
sure.
I'm sure they see.
I'm
it.
sure. Yeah,
I 100% believe you do. Like I said, I don't believe in coincidence because
those early years where I was still able to wear like Cherrywood 16s and like the Ginger 16s and 14s, like now they'll fall apart or whatever.
I'm mad that they still haven't given us those Cherrywoods. Honestly,
I don't know what it is about the 16s. They
don't want to touch.
The trophy room had 16 already. The SoFly had 16.
Yeah. SoFly and trophy room, but I mean. Honestly, I feel like it's a shoe that they could put out, and I mean, look at the 18s. The 18s dropped, and nobody was really touching them, and now they're like $400 or $500.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
I mean, but the cases that we have right here, like the 17s,
the 17s, they haven't touched those either. Really?
Yeah. Well, they did. They did the coppers.
Yeah,
but
everyone wants the white and blue ones.
Yeah,
though, you know what I mean.
I mean, I love the copper. The copper one was one of my favorites too. But and then they did like another colorway after that, but they never dropped. I think. Did SoFi also, our trophy room did a 17 too?
They did that gray one.
Yeah,
I didn't like that one. That was ugly.
And SoFi has. I do like the SoFi 17.
Which are the ones that Ben Baller posted? Was it like that higher end number of a collab, like a black and yellow one or
recently?
A couple years ago.
I know SoFi did a lightning, like a reverse lightning.
The low. That was actually good. Personally, I liked it.
Yeah.
Did Nike ever send you anything like personal or any like Nike Jordan or
have they ever reached out?
Yeah. So I've had like a couple meetings like with like some people who came down from Oregon. And,
Frank?
No.
Never?
Nah. He just followed me on Instagram recently.
Frank, hit up my guy Skate.
Frank Cooker by the way.
It's not a collab.
They came down because they roamed around the flea market for a little bit. This is like after they were like not messing with Sean anymore. So I think they were just kind of getting like that whole vintage like vibe and seeing like how I shop, and I don't know what their goal was because like they kind of some of them broke off and just started to like gathering like information or whatever, and and then they met back up and saw them play one more day, and then that was it.
And for those people that don't know, you're into the whole vintage scene, right?
Yeah. I've been shopping at Rose Bowl maybe 11, 12 years.
It's crazy, bro.
Grail piece.
It's crazy, man. So I feel like
we haven't even touched fully on.
I got so many fucking questions. Huh? 15. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Perfect.
We should just, I got so many. Damn. Okay, yeah.
All right. Did you guys know?
All right, hold on. We're going to have to run in a quick break. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
So we're asking Skate about if Nike's ever reached out, and obviously to my knowledge.
What's that?
The 17 strap.
Oh, shit. The cover, yeah.
To my knowledge, you've never actually had like a direct like input on a shoe up until. Did you guys know that he worked on Sean's shoe?
I was gonna. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did.
I did. That's one thing.
Is that the only time that you've worked like directly on a shoe that's been produced? And what was that like? I mean, like I was seeing it from an outside perspective, but what was it like for you?
It was dope. I mean, like Sean hit me up and was like, "Yo, I got this opportunity to work with Nike on like on a shoe," and like he was able to bring in all his friends like to help him brainstorm on making the shoe. So he was like, yo, we're meeting up at the gallery this day, come through, bring your beer, bring as I did, I brought a bunch of beer, and like I brought like every sneaker book I had. I was like, I don't know what reference. I don't know what we're doing.
You're honestly like the true. Well, I mean, like I'm not taking it away from Ben, but you're the true sneakerhead in there at that moment.
I mean, Franelations is part of it.
Oh, my bad, but yeah, he was in there.
Friends was part of it.
I feel like Fran was crypto Fran already then though.
Nah, not yet.
He was Sandal Boy.
Nah, he was.
He was Sandal Boy. He was Sandal Boy.
Matt and Shar from San Francisco. His boy Richie from Virginia. Cancer survivor.
Ben
Baller, Nas, ASAP Nas,
and then Alex and Julian.
And
Russo, Chris.
But what's his boy's name who had the dreads?
Lil Durk.
No, damn, he looked like Future.
It's not a black name. It's something.
Oh my God, it's at the tip of my tongue. We worked together in the gallery for a little moment.
William.
No, we're gonna. man, I know who you're talking about. Though.
Yeah. Homie with the dreads. Yep.
Him. But yeah, it was like we're just sitting in the room, and I think he
Gomez.
Gomez.
Yeah.
I was like, it ain't a black name.
That's a Hispanic man.
He's black as hell.
He looks like Future. Well, at the time, he looked like Future.
He had like the hats like that, and the dreads come down. But he's like, it's gonna be like Air Max 1 with a 97, and he had all these corduroy Nike vintage hats that he found at Rose Bowl over the time, and these were the exact colors on the shoe right now.
Oh shit, nice.
So I was like, I want to use all these
pastel colorways.
But like they weren't originally that, like they were just so faded, and they came out to those colors like that. So
what was your input on the shoe? That is a standout piece.
It didn't make it. Wow. So the denim tab that's on the back where it says LA
to VA or VH
so
LA.
I wanted salvage denim.
Okay.
And I wanted that red line to be on the back, but they were like, real salvage is going to cost a lot of money. So they were like, no. So they didn't want to do like a fake looking salvage either. So if you ever seen the samples that Sean has, he does have the samples that have the vintage like salvage.
Come on, Nike. You guys made a whole damn cork shoe, but you guys couldn't give us a strip this big of salvage.
I mean, for like how many pairs though? That means it's gonna be.
They made a whole damn shoe out of cork, and then they made the denim LeBron.
But it wasn't salvage.
It wasn't LeBron either.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the part I had contributed to it, but it didn't make it on there. But if you see the samples, if you ever see the sample, I do have pictures.
I do remember because he was getting them in. He was bringing them to the store, and we're checking them out. We're like, oh shit! Like,
so the sample that was like an all navy blue and an all baby blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So those were samples because he was also seeing on how he want each part of the corduroy on the layers.
Yeah.
They're all facing different angles.
I didn't even notice that.
So they were using those for samples to show different angles on it, but they also had put like the fake denim salvage line on it.
Crazy.
So the final pair has all the corduroys facing the same way, right?
No, they're all.
It's all different ways. Oh. You still have your duffel bag and everything.
Yeah. I got all that.
You guys got what? Well, I mean, it was whoever he counted in there. That was all that was made.
Everybody should have 3 pairs or 2 pairs at least, because the everybody who has the very first pair, it came in a regular Nike box because he had a fit, because like this was like getting to the point in the sneaker community where like early leaks of the shoe was already being out. So he's like, how do these people have my shoe already and I don't even have it yet?
Shout out Memphis.
So he got on the phone and was like, I don't have this shoe yet, and people are somebody's like already posting it and having it, and like next day Nike sent out like 30 or 40 pair just in the regular box. It's a regular red Nike box.
I remember they were stacked in the back, and I was just like,
yeah,
what the fuck are these?
So that was the first one he got, and then eventually ended up getting the one that came with the toys and the dust bag,
the duffel bag,
and the yellow hat and stuff like that.
I always say, I'm like, if I ever see that bag anywhere, I'm like, one of you got rid of it because it has your name on it and everything.
Yeah, I'm keeping all my stuff, and then my other pairs, that pair is still dead stock, and then I end up wearing I ended up hitting on sneakers on the pair too for that one.
That's fire.
Very weird.
What a coincidence.
Like the code. That's fire.
You want to run your question?
That was my question.
Oh, that was your question.
Well, how was it like collabing with Nike? Not collabing with Nike. I mean, like it was a collab. I mean, you had input in it. Yeah, contributing. Yeah, Nike.
All right, man. I want to talk about the beer because I'm a big beer guy, as you can tell. What is I don't want to say what's your relationship with beer, but like what is, you know what I mean? That's just like your niche. That's just how you like creativeness comes out or how your fits come together. You know what I mean?
So I got introduced to like the whole craft beer thing like maybe late 2000s. My boys had a store in Torrance. It was called LAX JFK.
Okay.
So they were kind of like on that hundreds, diamonds era back then. And all I knew was Corona, Tecate,
yeah,
Pacifico.
Yep.
And I mean, at the very weird time, we were putting grenadine in the Corona.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So they were like, hey, why you keep drinking
sunrises or
they were like, why you keep drinking that fucking, they call it piss water or whatever, but I'm like, this is all I know.
Yeah.
So like I think the first like kind of craft beer I had was like Lagunitas.
Oh yeah.
And
Lagunitas, yeah.
And I was like, shit, like I mean it's different.
Yeah.
But then I started getting into like all the other like Pizza Port, I think that's in San Diego, and
you start trying out like different breweries. Like, okay, I fuck with this one. This one's alright. This one's cool.
Yeah. And then like I started going with like Whole Foods and like seeing like lambic beers and then like all these
Total
other
wine.
Yeah.
Pliny the Elder.
Yeah. So then I got introduced to that one, and it was like it was very hard to get out here. That was kind of like
it still kind of is.
You just have to ask.
Yeah.
But
and they're doing another one, Pliny the Younger.
They keep that one on tap. I think they're gonna drop it again soon in I think March. They only do it like once a year. But you have to go up there to go get it. Or some places down here might have it on tap.
Fuck yeah, bro.
But I got introduced to that, and then
ever since then, I feel like sk8thegr8 and beer is like perfect match.
Yeah, I had to find something else because I come from Incredible Hulk days, so like Hennessy
and Hypnotic.
Yeah, Hennessy.
Oh, Hennessy and Hypnotic.
Hennessy and Hypnotic, and then Lil Jon was the wave, and it was like Red Bull and vodka.
Yep, that's what I was.
They like to black out.
And yeah, I was
and have some crazy hangovers. Yeah, that's a lot of sugar.
And just doing a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been doing, or doing a lot of people I shouldn't have been doing.
Doing a lot. Oh, damn.
Hell yeah. Hey, it happens,
alcohol, bro. Yeah. So like I was like, I'm done with hard liquor. Like it's very rare for me to touch something like hard liquor. But I was like, beer's cool.
Yeah. You can control it. It's like liquor is like you drink, you don't feel it, and then it's just from here to here. Beer, you're like, okay, I'm getting loose. My lips are getting a little numb.
Yeah.
I'm starting to sweat a little bit. It's kind of time to stop. And then it's like the homies pull up and like, fuck it, bro.
You're essentially describing what you just found in the past hour.
Yeah, bro. As you guys can tell, I'm a little buzzed, man. I haven't drank. I mean, I haven't ate, man. The skate was coming, so we got some beer. Shout out to Long Beach Beer Lab. Breakout Long Beach Beer Lab collab coming soon.
Let's get it.
But
I feel like the majority of your followers have, like, it wasn't like your following just grew overnight. It wasn't a overnight success. I feel like your following has grown over a big amount of time, whether they follow you for beer, whether they follow you for hats, fits or shoes. Like, you have a following from different realms. How do you like take that in? Like, when you're out in the street, I'm sure people still hit me up to this day. They're like, oh, you know skating? I'm like, to me, I met you through Riff.
Yeah.
And not that it wasn't a big deal, but I was just like, oh, cool. Like, he's a homie.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I met you, like as a homie. But other people, I'm sure they see you and they're like, oh my God, it's skate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you feel that? How do you take that in?
In the with Instagram, it just hit like me being on there for 11 years this past December. So it's been growing. But just when I see people out, like I got used to it now, but it was very weird. And like in the beginning, like people like, can I get your autograph? And I'm like,
the fuck?
Like
I'm eating, bro.
I'm like, I don't have like a hit single out or anything like that. Like I'm nobody. Like,
is he a rapper?
Like, if this app dies today, like you, like that's it. Like, so even yesterday in the store, like people like, yo, you're sk8thegr8.
Yeah,
nice to meet you. Shake hands at everybody. But I mean, it's still like,
but like you said, now you're somewhat used to it.
Yeah,
Then it was just kind of like
I'm used to it. Yeah, back then it was just very weird. Very weird. Because I've been like autographed. They like I sold something to somebody. I think I sold somebody like a vintage Space Jam toy, and he was like, "Yo, can you sign the box when you ship it?" And I was like,
"All right,
that's another $500, homie."
I was like, I mean, like, what do I even sign?
You put Damien on
Yeah,
there?
I'm like, do I put Damien or do I put Skate?
He's like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is Damien?
Oh, man.
So I was like, I guess he wants Skate. I guess he wants Skate the Great on it.
Do you put Skate the Great or do you just put Skate?
I'll put Skate the Great.
You got to the whole thing, social security number, everything. There you go, bro.
Were you ever like, or is there ever a time where you're like with your mom or I think you have a sister, right?
Yeah, I have a sister. Yeah,
or that you're just like, they experienced that with you, where they're just like
with my mom, like she says like she'll like somebody she works with that, she's like, oh my god, I know your son, like your son's like the biggest sneaker person that I know. She's like, okay,
that's just Damien.
Yeah, Damien don't clean his room.
So my sister, like she'll tell me like stuff here and there, like she'll be out somewhere. I guess somebody will hook her up with something like, oh, I know your brother. You're like,
that was another question. Has it ever worked to your advantage?
Yeah, in some places, yeah. Just random, like it'd be like random places. I think I was like at a candy shop on like 3rd Street Promenade, just buying some candy, and the dude working the register, he's like, I fuck with you.
It's on me.
I was like, yeah. He was like, here you go, it's on me. I was like, all right, cool.
I think it's funny when it's like some awkwardness like that, where it's like
the last when I was at Todd Bradley International Airport before I left to go to Japan, I stopped at a little sandwich shop that was like right before my gate, and dude was like, "I fuck with your Instagram." Like, he was like, "Take the sandwich, take the chips, take everything." I'm like, damn, like.
It was probably my cousin.
This was at the liquor store buying condoms. I fuck with you, bro.
That's
Stay
Omar.
safe, brother.
My cousin Omar, he literally like would always show me your page, and he'd be like, "Yo, bro, this fits hard. Ask him where he got this." I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna ask him. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, bro.
The flea.
When I think my second trip to Japan, like I was just at a random Japanese curry shop, and somebody like tapped me on the shoulder, and I was like, and dude was in Japanese, like he's like, I like you. I like your Instagram. He's like, can we take a picture? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Damn, my man international.
Yeah, I like you. You're like, I like you too.
I like your country. Thank you.
I love your country.
I think I went to CompusCon, and I think JC was like, yo, that's Skate. And I don't know if he went up to him. This is like 2016 CompusCon. And he was like, yo, that's Skate. I was like, oh, is it?
Was that the second one or was that the first?
I think 16 was the first year.
16 was the first one.
17 was the second year.
17, that was the best one. That was the best one.
Yes.
That was undefeated Air Max, I think.
I was working that.
That's also when Barry dropped the Air Force, right?
That was the year that round 2 got to work with Nike for the Air Force One wall. And I think Nike had got all the OG.
Los worked that. Los got to work that.
Me, Los, and Luke worked that. I remember.
That's fucking.
But Kobe came to the booth with Kendrick Lamar, and they had the.
I do remember, and I was hot because I'm like, you're not even. I mean, no disrespect to Los, but I'm like, you're not even from here, dog. I'm all like, you got to fucking meet Kobe and Kendrick. Yeah. I remember Jeff always put it in my head like, yo, one day Kobe's gonna come into the store. I just know it. God rest his soul, but I mean, I'm never gonna meet him now.
Yeah.
But I remember I was hot about that. I was just like, this motherfucker, he got to meet Kobe and Kendrick.
I had to like when they were having like a little talk on the stage,
the panel.
Yeah. So it was like it was dead like on the shoe side. So this was like my time for me to go and like get everything that came out like from the Nike side, because
the Rockwear Air Force,
the Rockefeller Air Force One.
I mean Rockefeller.
The Canvas Travis Scott Air Force One.
Yep.
The Off-White, first Off-White Air Force One.
Didn't Union do the Goto that year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mixed match Goto.
But you had to go across because Union was at the end.
Yeah. And then Undefeated had the 97.
97, the green one.
You got that one there?
No, I had to wait till round 2 got that one. I couldn't. That was the only thing I didn't get. But I had got the Union. You
got everything. All the hitters at least.
Only thing I missed on was the Travis. Because
wait, CompusCon Air Force sold that year?
Yeah, the white one with the.
That's when Barry did the Air Force, right?
That's when he showcased it, but he didn't release it.
No, they let some pairs out there.
He did that was 16 the first year. The B-Lone one, the black and orange.
With the little case, right?
They had the crates of like basketballs and pallets, and they had
because that high top Air Force one was in at the moment. That SF one.
I bought the bone one and I sold it around too.
Strap around. Yeah.
That was 2016.
That motherfucker was like up to here.
Some were hitting for like 400.
I got the bone one, the heavy hit, and I went to. I think I sold it to you or somebody. I forgot.
But they had, Air Force One was one. They had their Air Force One 100 or something like that. So it was mostly all white Air Forces, but they also had 100 different Air Force Ones from that. From over the past.
Everywhere.
I remember they were tapping in with everybody. Like, yo, we need to. Did you put in on any of those?
They were selling some, right? Or they're giving away?
They were giving them away.
It was Network, right? Or what was
it?
It
wasn't
Network.
That was just straight Nike giving back.
I remember they had a wall, and it was some Farfetch or something. It was somebody. It was a big brand. And then you were able to get like PlayStations, like the OG PlayStation.
Yeah, Network was doing. I think it was Zen.
Zen. Yeah, there you go.
That was like 18, 19.
They were fucking giving away crazy shit, bro.
My buddy came up on Huff or something like crazy.
Roger. Yeah, Roger. There you go.
I was like, what? And somebody came up on Colette's.
It was crazy, bro.
I think the 2017 also. I think was it the Pharrell NMDs?
Yep.
Dropped that to the.
The NRDs, right?
NRDs.
Yeah.
NERD.
Yeah.
Any questions, Brad?
Just hearing it out.
Oh, I thought you had something to say.
Yeah. Man, well, I think we got to wrap it up, Skate. I just want to say, bro, it's my first time meeting you, brother. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for coming on, bro.
You're an OG pioneer, bro, in the space.
Thank you.
I feel like you contributed to, you know what I mean, to the space in general. And, man, it was a pleasure having you, bro.
Thank you for having me.
And I thank you so much for these 85 breads, by the way, bro. I really appreciate them.
Like I said, I mean, whether you follow him for beer, fits, shoes, hats, he's a great guy. If you ever see him on the street,
shout out.
He's not gonna
shout out Locker Room with Downey.
Shout out Ivan.
Yep.
We gotta put him out there.
That's the guy.
I've been meaning to pull up there. I don't live too far, but
we really do appreciate you coming by. There's definitely got to be a part 2 to this, just because there's still, I feel like, a lot of stuff that we didn't get to cover.
I got so many stories.
I trust me. I know.
Part 2 coming soon.
There's that riff era that I want to go through, that round 2 era that I want to go through, and now obviously Syndicate. But
this whole new hat wave.
Yes, a whole
new thing, bro. We should plan the part 2 soon though, man. But like Matt said, bro, we greatly appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on. Skate the Great, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you guys on the next one. Much love. Happy New Year once again. And God bless you, man. I appreciate you pulling up.
Yep.
Peace. Later.